this is actually my second attempt at trying to record this video. On Saturday, a few days ago, when I was recording my first trimester update, I decided I would do a recap of weeks 15 through 25 because my face was beat. We had date night that night. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get both of these videos done. Whatever. Excuse me. So I freaking sit down to record video number 2, which is this video. And I do about 10 minutes of recording, updating you guys about everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finally done. Now I'm caught up. I could start recording, bi-weekly and keep you guys abreast of, what's going on. I go to look at the footage. I go to the camera to look at it and the camera's off. I was so annoyed. I'm like, all right, maybe the battery's hot. The camera felt really hot. Like, let me take the battery out, let it cool off, and take it from there. We went out for our date, came back. I put the battery in the camera, and the camera still wouldn't cut on. So I'm like, yeah, no. It's definitely dead. I was livid because I'm like, holy crap. I wanted to be done. I wanted to start this week fresh. And no, it never happens the way you want it to happen. The flying in my face. So I'm back today to update you guys on weeks 15 through 25. Stay tuned. Okay, so if I'm looking down, obviously it's because I'm looking at my notes. But symptoms. My nausea has gotten way better. It's still terrible on some days, like terrible, but for the most part it is like a lot better because my first few months it was so bad, or first few weeks, my first trimester period, it was just terrible. And now it's terrible some days, and then on other days it's like, I could deal with you, nausea. I'm definitely not vomiting as much, so that's a plus. Don't get me wrong, I still vomit, but it's definitely not as much as it was in the first trimester at all. Constipation has since gone away, so that's a plus. Hate when my booty hurts when I can't get, stuff out my booty. I just can't. Like, it's the constipation that I get, or that I've had during this pregnancy, is unreal. So to be able to use the bathroom and things flow freely, I'm thrilled. I've never experienced constipation like this before in my life, or like that, because this right now that I have is just amazeballs, like no constipation. My appetite picked up again around 16 weeks. So 16 weeks, my appetite had picked up, which is a great thing. I was looking forward to eating again. And now I'm kind of like, I wish I could deny a meal or two. You know what I'm saying? Because the weight gain, which I'll get to in a minute, yeah, no. It's because I'm so hungry all the time. During Thanksgiving holiday, which was around week 18, I for sure started feeling flutters. Now, prior to that, I would think I would feel like little bubbles and such, but during Thanksgiving holiday, like that week, I knew for sure I was feeling something. Like, it wasn't a kick or punch or anything like that, but it was definitely something, like moving. Like, after I would eat, I would feel like it was like pressure, like moving in my stomach. It was different. It was nothing I'd ever felt before. It wasn't anything I'd felt before. So I knew it was the baby, but I was excited. Yet and still I wanted more. I'm like, I want a punch. I want the baby to punch me or kick me or something. But I was happy to feel that. And because of that, I had, no, nothing happened because of that. So week 19, I had my ultrasound, my anatomy ultrasound, and the baby would not turn. Now, because my significant other went to DR prior to us conceiving our first child, we were at risk of Zika, which I believe I expressed in my first trimester update. And because of this, they were really concerned. Although my test came back negative, the blood test and urine test and all of that, they were still concerned and still wanted me to have a very thorough anatomy scan because of that disease that can happen where the baby's head comes out small. And so I was so afraid to go to this anatomy scan. And when I get there, the baby was not acting right. So they could not get so many measurements. It was crazy. I'm like, oh, you're a stubborn one. Like, the head was down, feet were up, and the legs were crossed. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't know the sex of the baby. And the tech was like, do you want to know the sex? And I'm like, no, we're having a gender reveal in like a week. So do not slip up and do not tell me. When you get to that area, like, I'll close my eyes. And my partner will close his eyes as well. So they didn't tell us, but I was like, I hope it's a girl because the legs are crossed. And that was like the only good picture I got, by the way. And when I told my sister, I'm like, the legs were crossed, it has to be a girl. Mind you, she was the only one that knew the gender of the baby because she was the one that hosted the gender reveal. And she's like, boys cross their legs too. Like, what are you talking about? And I was devastated. I'm like, you know what? You're right. And she sends me a picture of my great nephew whose legs were crossed, and he was like 3 months at the time, 3-4 months at the time. And I'm like, it's a boy. I know I'm having a boy. Like, it's a boy. Boys cross their legs. Like, this is a boy. I'm having a boy. So I was devastated. But again, I didn't get any, the measurements weren't good. So we had to do a follow-up ultrasound. From what they did see, they were pleased, but it just wasn't enough. I was still taking diclegis. That's like a miracle drug in my opinion. So I'm still taking diclegis at this point, and I'm 25 weeks and 6 days. So yeah, diclegis, life. I'm still burping constantly. Excuse me. And I think that will continue until I have the baby. Back pain, it's been sporadic, but there have been some times in the last few weeks, especially around like weeks 19 and 20, that it hurt so bad I wanted to cry. Like, heels are not my friend anymore. If I wear heels, Lord be with me. Like, it's terrible. The next day or so, it's like, what did you do that for? Why did you put us through that kind of pain? The baby's like, look, I pay back. Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't been wearing heels. And if you know me and you follow my Instagram and you're subscribed to my other YouTube channel, I am Posh Syd, you know I am like fashionista, but the baby has me in flats, slippers. Yeah. So my gender reveal happened at 20 weeks. So that was really exciting. If you haven't noticed, I've been saying baby, baby, baby because I wanted to post a clip of the gender reveal so you guys can actually see it. So take a look. Let's do this. All right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Walls seem to cave in on me when I look in your eyes. I feel alive.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? You're letting out little shit.
And yes, it's a girl. I'm so happy. So the legs being crossed, I mean, I know that that's a universal thing and men and women both do it. My baby girl was crossing her legs because she is not fast. And my significant other, when we were in the like getting that ultrasound done and her head was down and her legs were up, he was like, I know she's not in there twerking. Like, I'm gonna have something for her when she comes out. Because he just assumed it was a girl. And was so cute, but I'm so thrilled. He's so thrilled. Like, we both wanted a girl badly. Me for many reasons, but as I explained, I am such a diva. Like, I'm such a fashionista, and to be able to have my own little girl that I can mold and become the best, you know, version of herself possible, steer her in the right direction, and still like values and morals in her, like, that excites me so much. To be able to do that with my daughter is just going to be so exciting. I mean, of course I'm going to have tons of photo shoots, dress her up like she's my own life-size Barbie. But the other reasons that I've explained are, you know, some of the top reasons why I wanted to have a daughter. Not that I would not have been thrilled to have a son, but I'm such a girly girl, like, this is just going to be the perfect match. Let's pray that she loves all things that I'm into as far as fashion and natural hair and all that. During week 21, I really started to feel kicks, like legitimate kicks, and I was so happy. At this point, I stopped using the Doppler because I would use the Doppler all the time prior to feeling the kicks because I would be so nervous. I needed some sort of reassurance. Although I was feeling the flutters, I still wanted to hear the heartbeat just for reassurance. And now that I get those kicks and I'm sure punches and stuff like that since week 21, I have not quite used the Doppler. I mean, I've used it a few times since because some days she's not as active as others, and I'm like, girl, what's going on? Like, I didn't really feel you today. Let me hear your heartbeat. And that's happened about 2 times. So I'm like so paranoid. I just want her to kick and punch me and just show me like something, you know, just signs of life. And when she doesn't, the Doppler comes out. So like I said, about 2 times that's happened. I'm 25 weeks, and since 21 weeks, I think I've listened twice. And that's because those 2 days she wasn't really active. I also had to go to the ER during that week, and they gave me Benadryl, no drugs, but Benadryl, because my migraine was serious. I still get migraines, and when I get them, they are so severe. Like, they cause me to get nauseous and like sights, lights, like all of that stuff. And the fact that I can only take extra strength Tylenol is like, yeah, this particular day, it was so unbearable. And I have a lot of unbearable days, but this day I needed to go to the ER. And my nurse actually told me, my nurse consulted with my doctor, who then told me to go to the ER. So the Benadryl did help. It made me sleepy more than anything, and the migraine went away eventually. It wasn't like a miracle drug where it went right away. Right away. I think I said that right. During the Christmas holiday, I actually got engaged. I don't even know if you guys can see the bling, but I got engaged actually on December 23rd. So my fiance, and that's why I've been saying significant other and partner and all that, my fiance actually proposed during the Christmas holiday, and I'll actually insert a clip for you here.
Yo. It look like it's missing something, man. Come on, give me another pose, man.
Amazing. And during the Christmas holiday, on Christmas Day actually, he felt her kick for the first time, and he said that was his Christmas gift. Like, she waited, because I would always be like, feel my stomach, you don't feel that? Like, once I started feeling her, I just knew he would feel her. So I'm just like, feel my stomach, you feel that? And he's like, no. Until Christmas Day, I put his hand on my stomach and he felt her, and he was just so happy. And now he feels her kicking all the time. During week 23, I had a follow-up ultrasound. The baby still did not show her face, and she was still head down, legs up. All of the anatomy was captured, so they got all of the measurements. She was about 1 pound 3 ounces at that time. But because she didn't show her face, we had to schedule another follow-up, which is scheduled for February 7th. I believe I'll be 29 weeks. So hopefully I get to see her face. She's like, Ma, I don't want to show you my face right now. Like, you're going to be all in my face once you have me, once I'm born. So, yeah. But I want to see it. Weight gain. I started out my pregnancy journey at about 172, 73, between 172 and 175. It was like fluctuating around there, and I've currently gained about 25 pounds. So I'm always hungry. I get nauseous after I eat, which is crazy. Like almost after every single meal I'm nauseous, but that does not stop me from wanting to eat more and more and more. Like I get up in the middle of the night and I have to have a bowl of cereal or an orange, or if there are leftovers, I'll eat that. Like it's terrible. And I have this thing for McDonald's sausage biscuit with cheese and a hash brown, and their steak, egg, and cheese bagels. Like their breakfast, it's so bad for me, but it's so good. Like, it's crazy. My exhaustion has picked back up, so I'm starting to get really, really tired again. But I'm not going to let that stop me from keeping you guys updated at this point. My feet hurt sometimes. My back hurts. My ankles are actually swollen. So I wear a lot of flats. But it is what it is. I love her. I noted like her movements keep me going. They keep me sane. She loves my left side. If I lay on my left side though, she starts kicking like crazy. I don't think she likes for me to lay on my left side, but she loves being on my left side. I no longer use the Doppler. Like I said, I use the bathroom all night long. And I like, what did I want to say? Oh, discharge. Like I have a lot of discharge, but I read that's normal. It's not it's just clear or like a whitish sometimes. It's normal discharge, but I have a lot of it all the time. I also had my glucose test a few days ago, like 2 business days ago, and a blood count test. And I was actually really scared after I took the glucose test because, and I still didn't get my results back, by the way. I'm like nervously waiting for them because after I drank the drink they wanted me to drink, I thought it was good to me. I actually finished it like this. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe like I'm diabetic because that drink was so good to me. After I finished the drink, I was super duper nauseous, but drinking it, like they gave me 5 minutes to drink it because they were about to close. Well, they were closing in an hour, a little less than an hour, and I had to wait an hour to then have my blood drawn. But it took me 5 seconds to drink it, no exaggeration. I was like, oh, this is good. I could actually drink some more. So weird, but I just pray my test comes back negative. And things that I'm craving right now: cereal, Hot Pockets, anything orange, orange soda, orange ices, oranges. Like I love oranges. I also drink iced coffees almost every day. Not a large. I get a small because I believe we're allowed up to 2 cups. My doctor suggested that because of my migraines. So probably like 4 days out of the week I drink an iced coffee. And they do seem to help a little bit. Because I still get a severe nausea sometimes. The doctor subscribes or prescribes me Zofran, I think it is. And yeah, I don't think I'm not taking that though. Diclegis, I'll just continue to take the Diclegis. I'm very scared to take anything else. Diclegis is a grade A drug, so I'll continue taking that. But the Zofran, I'm already 6 months and I'll be 26 weeks tomorrow. I'm just not gonna take it. If I have a really bad day, which I do sometimes, I'll just suffer through it and get through it. I'm not putting my baby at risk. I already said I crave cereal, I think, right? I love cereal. And that's it. Like, now you guys are officially updated. You know what's going on. You know where I'm at. And all I have to do is show you guys picture of my bump, or just show you guys my bump, and we're all set. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I have my @Posh_Syd and with love_Posh Syd, which is more of a personal Instagram page, where I show more of a personal side. @Posh_Syd is more like hair, fashion, beauty, my fiance and things like that. And we are getting married soon, so look out. I will definitely be vlogging more. Look out for vlogs, and I'll definitely vlog our wedding, which will be getting married in the next few weeks, and we'll have a small intimate ceremony at the courthouse and then have dinner following. Excuse me. And then, you know, celebrate with our immediate family and friends right after. And then once the baby is born and she's a little older, we're thinking 2019, we will do a destination wedding and have her be the flower girl. Like, that's our plan. Our plan was to originally just have a destination wedding, but since he proposed and I'm due in April, we're like, let's get married now. Let's get married before the baby comes. Let's cement this. Let's really make this official. Let's be one for real before she comes. So I will vlog that. I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. And I will just vlog and continue to put up my updates. I think every 2 weeks I'll be doing updates on the pregnancy until she arrives. I'll definitely do what's in my baby bag, if I'm going to do a plan, like, for my delivery, all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, leave them below. This video isn't that long, but I wanted to get you guys updated for real. And questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below. I love you guys. See you in my next video.